Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
I want you to think about what you've done by trash talking your friend's penis.
And on the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I have a twin sister. That's what I was trying to say. She farts a shit ton, man.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, that skinny little man butchered 30-something people up and down the eastern seaboard. They say the way he killed those people makes the Manson family look like the Partridge family. Welcome to Plotty Time. This week, it's so crazy. Last week's episode about those MS-DOS games, we didn't get a single thing wrong. We were 100% correct about everything.
Sweet.
Wow, we did a lot of research for that, though.
I barely remember doing that one.
Yeah, it was. I can't believe you don't remember. It was just last week we did it.
Yeah, I must have been in like a state where I was just kind of in a zone getting everything right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just were in a correct zone.
You look like it.
Yeah. Zen.
So let's just go ahead. We'll move right into what are we playing, what are we watching, what are we doing, and we'll start with where we always start. Dr. Syintist, what's going on with you?
Well, I finally did it, and I platinumed Hades.
It took you
go.
long enough.
Yeah, now I got to take a break from video games for a little bit, I think. But it's a good game. You should play it.
How many hours total you think you put in there?
Well, I think I ended up with 97 runs. Each run was about half hour, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
50 minutes.
Yeah, depending
50 hours.
Depending on what kind of luck you get with the weapons and upgrades and stuff.
All right.
So I would say, let's say 40 hours.
40 hours at
Okay.
$40 a game.
Sure.
I don't know how much it cost.
that's
I don't think it was
worth
that
it.
much.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I finally got all the RNG trophies. It felt good.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Continuing watching Another Life Season 2. It's very good.
Okay.
But we'll see how that goes in.
I know I watched the first season, but
Mhm.
I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, it's like a big meteor kind of artifact lands on Earth, and they assume it's from an alien race, so they go to like a planet where they think it is and try to talk to them, and it turns out that they're kind of like an invasive species, sort of, and it goes from there. That's how season 1 ended.
Okie doke.
I'll have to rewatch it again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's decent. It's decent for a space thing.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely came out pre-COVID, right?
Yes.
So it's been probably at least 2 years since.
I could be wrong. Maybe it didn't. COVID's been for so long now, it's hard to gauge when it went.
There was just before COVID and after.
Yeah.
Yep. B, C, and A. C.
Well, I figured, yes, it did. It came out in 2019.
Okay. Yes, and I believe that's before COVID.
Yes, it is.
I've watched a bunch of shit movies.
Ooh. Tell us about them.
I watched Winchester.
Is that old lady in a mansion?
Yeah, and that house that she kept adding to, and I basically watched it because of Sam and Dean's last name. But
I was there. Well, not when they filmed it. I was there at the mansion. I took a tour of it.
is it as stupid as the movie made it seem?
Dude, it's fucking nuts. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you open a cabinet and all of a sudden there's a door behind it. There's the second floor door that just opens up to nothing, like the outside.
Nice.
And there's like staircases that go into the ceiling and just don't go anywhere.
Is it to trap ghosts or?
Yeah, the
Confused
theory
them.
was Mary Winchester was the heir to the Winchester rifle fortune.
Is that really her name, Mary?
Yes.
Okay.
And then her husband died. Like he was like 40 or 42, and she was young. She was like 25 or something like that. I might be incorrect about this, but you guys can just consult your local library.
Yeah.
And so he died. She was left alone, still raking in the profits, making like an asinine amount of money by today's standards. I think they said she made like $23,000 a day back then.
Nice.
Yeah, so she was asininely rich. So she got really into like spirituality, and like she had a personal medium.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the medium was telling her like the spirits of all the people killed by Winchester rifles are gonna, get their comeuppance.
Damn.
So she just kept She just kept building onto the mansion to like
House
confuse
spirits,
the ghosts.
I wish I would have been her medium. Probably made bank doing that.
Right? It's really cool because she was a very short lady. She was like 4'10", and towards the end she got arthritis like really bad in her hips and her knees. So all of like the steps in the entire place are 4 inches tall.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, and they just keep going back and forth and like snaking back and forth.
Yeah.
Because she could walk. Like she could walk like it was slow, but she could, and the steps she couldn't do, so that everything was converted. It's so weird to walk on these little tiny narrow 4-inch tall steps.
Sounds like a good time.
It was a fun tour.
But
I
it was a
highly
bad
recommend
movie.
it. I didn't say that I was saying about the movie. I just because I don't think that's based in reality at all. It was just a made up story about.
Well, I mean, it's based in reality, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a real lady who had a probably real
Ghost problem.
Mental issue.
mental issue. Yeah,
Ghost
or ghost problem.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe I'm the asshole.
Yeah, I was in the seance room, like that little room that they did the thing. So it was fun. It was a fun tour.
All right. But that movie's shit.
Yeah.
And then I watched, I don't know why, but the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider. It's another garbage movie.
Well, see, my first question you already answered, which was why.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig's in that, isn't he?
I think so.
Or is he might be in 2?
I don't
I
remember.
don't remember. God damn it, I have to look up all this correction crevice bullshit. Anyway, as you were saying?
You don't have to. It was bad. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody.
Yeah, obviously.
And then I watched a movie called Paranormal Investigation Next of Kin, the new one that's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, the new Paranormal Activity
Yeah.
series. Yeah.
It's exactly like every other Paranormal Activity. Not very good.
Boom.
But is it still like the same format that we've been doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the
it's
same
like a
paranormal,
document. Well, this one, she was adopted and she's trying to figure out who her family is, and she finds out she's related to these Amish people.
Oh, okay.
And then she kind of like goes to the Amish community there, and then this stuff starts happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I mean, if you really like Paranormal Activity, you might like it, but otherwise it's garbage.
Are there any good like spooky moments at least?
Kinda.
Or is it like nothing we've never really...
It's nothing new.
It's nothing,
Right.
not worth the time.
You could, I mean, just like every other Paranormal Activity, you kind of just like waiting in the back, looking at the background, like waiting to see something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
fair.
And then to keep on going with bad franchises, I watched Exorcist: The Beginning.
I know I've seen it, but I don't remember anything about it, or I don't remember it being
It's
good.
just the
There's a lot
story-
of caves. I
Yeah.
think I remember.
Yeah, there's one cave,
Okay.
but
Well, they were in it for a while, I guess.
it has a story of the old priest from the first Exorcist.
Yeah, it's the beginning.
Yeah, and it's just dumb. I was very unimpressed.
Okay.
It's like I want to learn more about the I want to learn more about the demon. I don't give a shit about
Yeah.
the dude who did the
And-
exorcism.
And the person who gets possessed in this one looks exactly kind of like just bad Linda Blair possession, like face makeup and crap like that. It's just dumb.
I hear you, but I will say as a side note, The Exorcist. I don't know if you've watched the original recently.
No.
Still holds up.
Well, yeah, that's good, but I don't think this one isn't.
Understandable.
So after all those junk movies, I'll leave you with a decent one to watch.
Okay.
There's one called Southbound. It's like a horror anthology.
I think I've heard of it.
About a highway.
Well, yeah, it kind of starts out with these guys like coming in and they're like, they end up at this cafe sort of thing, and they keep trying to drive away and ending up back at it. And then it goes on and does a couple of other stories, but they're all pretty decent.
It sounds familiar, but I
Yeah.
don't remember shit about it.
It's easily the best movie out of those that I watched.
All right.
Oh, I've definitely seen this poster where it's like the pentagram highway.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I've definitely seen the poster. But your thumbs up? Good stuff?
Yeah. I mean, if you need something to watch and don't feel like searching for something, watch that one.
Considering
Okay.
what else you watched, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's hard by comparison to get that bad stuff out of my head.
it's in bad company.
I believe you'll at least be entertained.
It's definitely the best out of all those movies you just mentioned.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
But that was all I did, Poppascotch. Why don't you enamor us with your movies and games and stuff?
Well, thanks for asking. So the not surprise one, I played more NHL 22, aka HL.
Good stuff.
On the Frostbite engine.
On the new Frostbite engine, yes. That's gonna come back later. So, yeah, I'm doing my be a pro mode now. I forget, what did I name myself? Something ridiculous. Oh, Muddy Pumpkins is my character's name.
Muddy Pumpkins.
Muddy Pumpkins.
I
He's
like it.
leading the CHL right now in goals.
That sounds like I went to have some chili last night and I left some muddy pumpkins in the bathroom this morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a good one, right? Oh, I learned a new phrase today, this weekend
Mm-hmm.
while referring to your
Genitals.
junk. Just call it the hang low.
The hang low.
Mm,
I don't know if I'm going to be doing that.
yeah.
Well, you know what? Later this episode, I'll say it in context, and you might change your mind.
All right. Sounds good.
Surprise me.
Okay, and then I played Shell. I enjoyed it. I grinded away, and I got very far. I can't guarantee it'll be done by next week, but I will be very close to platinuming MLB The Show 21.
Oh,
Wow.
snap.
What do you have to do yet?
I got through the fucking grind. Okay, this is good. I got a good story because this is gonna make me look like an idiot. So, Syintist, you're gonna love it.
All right, I'm listening.
So there were two modes I had to play a lot of. One is called the Road to the Show, and March to October. And basically, it was very easy. Just to summarize real quick, you pick a team, and then they simulate like 4 or 5 games, and then you jump into like an action, and like you have to, win the rest of the game, and they dump you off in the 7th inning or whatever.
Okay.
And you do that for the whole season. You got to win the World Series. That was not difficult, just grindy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other mode was Road to the Show, which is like, the be a pro mode. You create a player, you start in the amateurism, and you work your way up to the pros. So I played the shit out of that game. That I played an entire season as a third baseman, hitting every attempt that season and fielding whenever a ball came to me. I guess they just simmed you in and you did that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I crushed it, led the league in every statistical batting category. And I rose to like AA. And then, which I was like, okay, that's kind of bullshit. How much do I have to do this? And then it said in the league I was on the 40-man roster for the MLB club. So I'm like, all right, they'll call me up. They didn't. And the end of the season happened. And like the minor leagues are done before the World Series. So usually they'll put people on the 40-man roster. They didn't. I was like, that's interesting. Next season comes. I'm on the tryout for the pro team, right?
Oh, sweet. You're in.
I hit 45 home runs in fucking spring training. Like, no one has ever done that. No one's gotten more than like 8 probably. Like, that's ridiculous. I got 45 and then I got demoted. Like, you're gonna start the season in AAA Tacoma. I'm like, what the what do I have to do? So this is the moment where I found out that as I'd been progressing, I got like bonus box things. And I didn't realize where those were or how to open them.
Mm-hmm.
So these bonus boxes gave me new gear that I could apply to my player, like new gloves, new bats, whatever. And then it increased my attributes. So my overall went from like 62 to 76 as soon as I figured out I had to open those goddamn things. And then I immediately got called up.
Oh, so you just they look at your level.
Yeah, they don't look at your stats.
That's funny.
I had no idea how long I could have not been playing that mode. Because the second I did it, they busted me. And I played through all of spring training. I played like 20-some games.
That's awesome.
If I would have applied them, I probably could have done it like midway through the previous season.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I played a lot of extra games. So that angered me. But now I think I just need to like get walks and do a couple rando trophies, and then I should be it.
Oh.
All right.
Get walks. That's such a dumb trophy.
There's a trophy for getting a walk as the first batter of an inning. There's a trophy for getting 8 team walks in a game. There's a trophy for seeing 10 pitches in an at-bat.
I can't believe you don't have that. I guess if you're too good, you're just going to hit them.
Yeah, exactly. I put it on beginner, and they only throw strikes, so I couldn't pull that off.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think there's one for winning in a walk-off, and then one for picking someone off, which is going to be the hardest one, probably. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, fucking A.
Now, what did I watch, you asked?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I was thinking it.
So I watched a 1-2 punch of the Danny McBride, David Gordon Green Halloween, and then the sequel that just came out, Halloween Kills.
Damn, I watched those too.
Are they as bad as I think they're going to be?
Well, I won't get into too much detail because I got other stuff to talk about here. But I will just say overall, I enjoyed the hell out of both of them, and I think I liked Halloween Kills more.
Same.
All right.
We'll get into it with Chump Slap.
I'll take it.
Maybe.
I saw another movie that I believe Chump Slap recommended at some point, possibly a slapper.
Mm-hmm.
Willy's Wonderland with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That movie fucking slaps, dude.
Right?
That slaps hard.
Yeah.
Who would have thought I needed a completely silent Nicolas Cage performance?
Yeah, exactly. At first, you're pissed off that he's not saying anything, but then you're like, it works.
Yeah, it does. And you were like, when you were explaining it to us, I believe me thinking like, what do you mean he takes breaks to have soda?
Yeah.
And he does it all the time.
To
Like
play
15
pinball
times.
and have soda.
Play pinball and drink soda. While these kids are dying, he's like, I can't really deal with this. I'm drinking soda over here. It's my break.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it was great. It was. I mean, I won't say it's great. It was a great movie. But if someone tells you, hey, there's a movie with Nicolas Cage where he fights evil, demonic Chuck E. Cheese characters, if you're like, fuck yeah, I'm in, then you're going to like the movie.
Exactly.
That's really what it comes down to. And then, because we were just leaving spooky season, I watched Nightmare Before Christmas again.
That's
which I
fair.
hadn't seen in years.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched it in well over 10 years.
I only know it from Kingdom Hearts.
It's good. I forgot that's a Kingdom Hearts property. We went over this already, I think.
Probably.
But it was good. It was really good. Holds up.
Okay.
It's and then I went to Hot Topic and bought all the stuff out of the store from Nightmare Before Christmas, so now I'm broke.
That's still a thing?
Yeah,
course
it really is. Yeah, for kids that want band T-shirts but don't want to go online, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who that store's for anymore.
Somebody.
I think they're slowly transitioning away from like hip teens to, I don't know, old people with nostalgia, and it'll just be like Nintendo shit soon.
So the same exact people who bought it in high school are going to be buying it now.
Exactly.
Maybe. Or maybe there's some new hip thing that I don't even know about.
Yeah, maybe the kids are the one that's wrong.
I think what we're all getting from this is we all need to go to Hot Topic.
Yeah, we need to check it out. Just go walk
Hot
in.
Topic sponsor us.
And then last thing, the fiance and I rewatched The Haunting of Hill House.
You love that movie.
Yeah,
man.
really.
Dude, the show, the series.
Is that
10
the
episodes,
the series one?
Yeah, the series one
Okay.
with the Flanagan one he made before Haunting of Bly Manor,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that one. We rewatched it, and like the whole series, there's just a billion ghosts in the background for fun.
Oh, yeah.
And the fiance kicked my ass in spotting those ghosts. Like, she was really good at it.
That's all. She didn't even pay attention to the movie.
No, I don't think she did. Like, I was like, oh my god, these performances are amazing. There's a ghost. Like, fuck. And then by like the 10th ghost, I'm like, that's bullshit. There was no ghost. And then she made me rewind it for each one and showed me the ghost. It was fun.
Stuff.
It's still great. I really loved it. Would watch again.
Yeah.
And then that was all I watched, but I forgot to mention I bought 2 new games.
Oh, snap.
I haven't played them yet because I'm trying to finish off baseball so I can fucking delete it from my PlayStation. But I bought Alan Wake, the remaster,
Oh, interesting.
because it was on sale.
Mhm.
And I bought Back for Blood.
Oh, did you?
The only reason I did.
Are you going to play them on Stadia?
I think he's sponsored by Stadia.
I bought it because the people I play Star Wars Squadrons with have migrated to Back for Blood.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like, if there's people I already play with and they're playing this, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
But if you want to pick it up, Chump Slap, we can definitely throw down on that.
Yeah, maybe. I want to see what it's like first. Watch some videos.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll report back next week. I'll play a
All
couple
right.
hours in and I'll tell you how it went.
Sounds good.
But yeah, that's all I got. So it's your Chump Slap.
Mhm.
How about you, buddy? What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Oh, it's just I finished up the Amnesia collection.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't play the middle game.
So you didn't finish it up.
Well, the middle game's like permadeath. You can't.
Oh.
I didn't even want to bother with it.
Who has time anymore?
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's a good spooky game. It was good for spooky season. Check it out if you haven't. And I downloaded the trial week of, what the hell is the name? Riders Republic. You guys see this game?
No, what's it about?
It's like massive multiplayer on just like a big outdoorsy place, and you could just go to downhill races or stunt races and shit. And it's like,
is it like Trials HD but in
no, it's like
massive multiplayer?
it's more like fucking like SSX Tricky or something like that, you know?
Oh, fucking cool. I gotta check this out.
Yeah. Well, I downloaded what I thought was a week trial. I had like 3 days left. I was like, all right, those are my days off. I'll try it.
Mm-hmm.
I downloaded it, played it for like 20, 30 minutes, and I was drunk, and I was like, I'll just turn it off and play tomorrow. So I put my PlayStation in rest mode. I went to play it the next day, and apparently it was a time trial of 4 hours, and the time kept going.
Oh, that's bullshit.
So I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Nice. Ringing endorsement from the Chump Slap.
It does look neat, though. I would like to try it.
Was that half hour cool from what you remember?
Yeah, it was fun for a little while, and then I was like,
I do remember coming to your place when you had that basement apartment, and you just playing the shit out of Trials, like all the time.
Dude, yeah, platinumed it. It's like one of my rarest trophies.
Really? Yeah, I remember you playing the shit out of that game, and seeing you try to like navigate this fucking bike through this obstacle course of just eating shit and blowing up and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a good time. Plus, there were like world records I could hold for a little bit, and you'd see your name on the billboard in the background. It was awesome.
Nice.
Chump Slap has amazing stamina for playing ridiculously repetitive things for hours and hours.
If it's hard to do, it's
Dude, that's that Nintendo brain kicking
yeah,
back in.
it's rewarding when you do it.
Like, it immediately throws you back to your childhood. For me, it was when I was playing RoboCop.
Exactly.
Which is not a good game, but that's what I had. Like, you know, like, I was getting another game for 4 months, so you got good at it. Like, that's just how life was.
Yeah, those were the times.
Hell yeah, dog.
I probably would not do that now, but I don't know. Try me. Make a new Trials game, guys.
Besides
I dare
the new
you.
one they released 2 years ago.
I didn't like that one. It was this good. But what else did I do? I got to watch some things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I watched the new Halloween and Halloween Kills.
I know somebody else who watched those.
I knew I saw the new Halloween when it came out. I saw it in the theater. You know, back when theaters were a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I forgot apparently everything about it. And then I rewatched it and I liked it, but I think Halloween Kills was really great.
Yeah, I watched Halloween Kills and I was like, oh, I like this. It's just fucking ridiculous. And then I went back and watched the original and I was like, I don't know about that.
So I didn't know that the Halloween series has now 4 different timelines.
Yeah, there's 4 different regular Halloweens.
These 3, there's going to be a new one called Halloween Ends.
Oh, nice.
But this trilogy is supposed to take place immediately following the first film. So they like if you guys remember, I don't know if you do, I do because I'm a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
But Halloween 1 took place, and then Halloween 2 was one of those movies that takes place the minute Halloween 1 ends.
Yes.
And then goes through the rest of the night. But they are ignoring Halloween 2.
Okay.
They're just doing Halloween 1. But Halloween Kills like takes place in the past a bit, in the original night. I thought it was great.
Well, Halloween Kills takes place right after the Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like takes you back to the moments.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the scenes from it. It was also really cool. I know it was, you know, the guy's dead already, but the Donald Pleasance moments where he popped up as like Dr. Loomis in Halloween Kills. That was nice to see him there.
Yeah, but it was a good one. Check it out if you feel like it.
Oh, and when he fucked up all those firemen?
Dude, that was so good.
That
like
was,
how did
that
he
was
not
slappy as fuck.
Yeah. Plus the end scene was slappy as fuck. It was just, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, dude. I forgot about it until you just mentioned it. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. My man takes 5 357 rounds to the chest and gets up and murders a mob. It was awesome.
Yeah, at that point
Spoiler,
you're just
I
like,
guess?
yeah, I guess. But you're just like, okay, he's immortal. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he gets up and kills everyone isn't really a spoiler, I guess, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
That is the whole point of the movie, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like when I spoiled the movie Lone Survivor to somebody. I'm like, dude, the movie's called Lone Survivor. And Marky Mark's on the poster. Like, yeah, he's the lone survivor.
That's why they call it that. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the whole point of the fucking movie.
Yeah, but I watched some other spooky stuff because it was the end of the season.
Sure.
Watched Silent Hill and Silent Hill Revelations. Revelations sucks.
I thought the first one sucked too, but
The first one's okay. I don't know.
I liked the feel of the first one.
Yeah.
But I think I didn't like how the last 20 minutes of the first one was, oh, let's explain to you all the lore and show you a twist that you couldn't have seen coming because you don't know any of this lore or what happened. And here's 30 minutes of talking to explain what's going on.
True.
I was like, damn, if he would have just tightened this up a little bit,
Yeah.
would have been great. And Revelations, I don't remember at all.
I don't know. There's a cool ass mannequin spider in it. That's the only thing I remember from it. I was like, oh, that's a neat thing that they did, but that's it.
Did they have the nurses in that one?
Yeah, it was in both of them. Like,
Dude, that was so weird. Because the nurses were in the hospitals in both games, but they were just like nurse uniforms. They weren't like busty chicks with their boobs hanging out.
oh yeah, it was definitely.
I thought that was very strange.
Was it all computer animated too?
Revelations or the first one?
Either one with the nurses.
I think the first one wasn't. That was just actors.
Oh, okay.
Unless they showed like their face and the teeth and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
the second one, I don't even remember. It's been a minute.
Yeah, and the first one, they're like, oh, they're attracted to light, and then the second one, you're in a well lit room, and they don't move unless you make a sound. I was like, what?
Oh, they're just changing their own little lore there.
Yeah. I was like, this is dumb. Yeah, so don't watch either of those.
No problem.
And then I got the Stars 7-day trial, so I could watch The New Evil Dead, Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing, Devil, and Oculus, which apparently I never saw Oculus.
oh, Karen Gillian.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What'd you think of Oculus?
I thought it was good.
Yeah,
I mean,
thought
it
it
was-
good too.
Eh.
Did you see the Apple scene I was talking about?
Oh, I sure did.
That was gnarly.
Yeah, and the whole ending could have been just negated if he used his phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good one.
And was Devil the elevator one?
Yeah, I don't know why I like that movie. I
a good
watched
movie.
it.
I still think it's
great
good. I
movie,
don't think it's
yeah.
bad
I don't
at all.
Yeah, but it's not something that like, I don't know.
It's not something you think slaps. Like it doesn't slap at all, but you like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
It's got a lot of heart in it, you know what I mean?
Not
Sure.
enough fart.
Yep. But I mean, I guess it is the devil comes to town to just fuck with people. So that's pretty neat.
And then I still need to rewatch the new Evil Dead
Yeah.
because I saw it like around when it came out and I liked it, but I just remember it being gory as fuck.
Oh, it's so gory. I loved it. I watched it again. I mean, I was just like, "Pff, that gore it looks so fucking disgusting and like real as much as I assume cutting off your own arm with a fucking,
Yeah.
you know.
I never got my arm cut off. Like I'm not trying to say I did. You know, I'm not trying to
Not trying to.
steal any
stolen
valor, here.
valor.
Exactly.
But yeah, that movie was gnarly. Was there a moment where it was raining blood? Do I remember that correctly?
Yes, at the end, it rains blood. Oh, that's the one thing that bothers me about it. The inconsistencies with Jane Levy. Is that her name? Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
When she's covered with blood. And like it's not consistent when her whole face is covered. And then the next scene, it's just the top of her head and her eyes are open and shit. I'm like, you gotta have blood in your eyes. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, it is Jane Levy. You are correct.
Yeah.
But that's funny
Never
how the
doubted
continuity problem
Yeah.
is what bothers you.
That was the only thing that bothered me. Everything else, like,
I would think continuity
Sick.
problems were slappy. It's pretty
if
farty.
it's on purpose, you know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
have a
but-
cigarette scene just to have really bad continuity problems.
Like with a different length of the cigarette and
Yeah.
it's like on the table one time and
Yeah, that's funny, but I don't know. If it's gonna rain blood in your movie, keep the blood cover consistent, please.
it's all we ask.
Yeah, seriously. Plus, blood doesn't just wipe off like that.
Man, that came off in 2013.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a good one. Watch that.
What else did you throw in that list? I feel like I'm missing some.
Fuck, I just deleted it.
It doesn't matter. He's
The
in Big
Thing.
Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China, yeah.
The thing, the new thing, or you just watched the new thing?
Yeah,
So
the old
I
thing.
think.
Yeah, the old thing.
I mean, they're both great. Big Trouble in Little China.
Classic.
John Carpenter.
So good. That's up there. That's top 5 movies.
The Thing or Big Trouble?
Big Trouble.
That's a movie where if you try to explain to someone what happens, you sound like a fucking crazy person.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's great. I saw it in the theater when, I don't know, a couple of years ago. They screened it around here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Worth it.
Yeah, so worth it. And then I saw this movie that I guess it's going to be the slapper of the week because it slapped more than most.
Slap.
My entire high school sinking into the sea.
All right, I'm going to guess that the coastal high school has been sent out on an island to the sea by a earthquake caused by sandworms from Beetlejuice.
I'm going to say, I know that's not right. I'm going to say it's a North American remake of a Korean movie about the Cthulhu mythos attacking a high school. Like some kind of Cthulhu monster.
It's about a high school built on a cliff that an earthquake sends it into the sea.
Oh!
I think I was right then, wasn't I?
You were close.
Except for the silly sandworm shit.
That's at least half credit.
Yeah. It was weird. It was just animation was unlike anything I've ever seen. Very trippy. Kind of looks like a kid did it, but I don't want to badmouth the animator because
He might be a fan.
I can't do it. So
Yeah, it was an aesthetic choice.
yeah, it was obviously like that. And it just falls into the sea, and then these kids are just climbing up, trying to get out to the top. And it has Jason Schwartzman, Maya Rudolph, and Reggie Watts as the voices.
That's quite a cast.
Yeah, I know. The cast was the only reason I watched it. And then this super crazy story.
But so, yeah, thumbs up. It slaps.
Yeah, I'd say watch it. It comes in at a brisk 73 minutes or so. So
Ooh,
you're not
right
really
in slap
wasting
pocket.
time.
Yeah.
Has heart, though, so
Not enough fart for the heart.
no.
Does it have any fart?
It's got a little fart.
I mean, it's about a high school that falls into the sea.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people die, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, sounds like quite a bit of fart.
Yeah, check it out if you haven't.
If you dare.
And if you're a fan of Reggie Watts, why wouldn't you check it out, you know?
Oh, this guy was yawning. Yeah, so...
Well, I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
Yeah. Sorry to bore you, Poppascotch.
Why don't you get with your exciting news, all right?
outside factors. That's a great idea.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, what, did you just
My
work 8
entire
hours?
high school sinking into the sea is the slapper of the week. So let's go ahead and move into video game news / stuff.
This is boring.
Okay.
Gotta make sure he keeps it in.
First piece of news. Remember how we talked about how it leaked that there was going to be a Grand Theft Auto trilogy?
Which time?
Oh, yeah.
It was announced it is coming digitally November 11th and physically December 7th. So that's interesting news. They said they're going to have GTA 5 style controls, and it's going to be on Xbox. On Xbox Game Pass launch day, San Andreas is going to be there.
Physical
And then-
launch day?
On digital launch day.
Okay, just checking.
And then PlayStation Now on December 7th is going to have GTA 3 remastered for free. Well, if you signed up for PlayStation Now.
Which I almost did just to play Fallout New Vegas again.
Don't you own it?
Yeah, I don't know if my PS3 works.
Oh, it was that long ago.
Unless people who review it say it's amazing and you need to play it again, I don't think I'm going to play. I'll play GTA 3 on December 7th when it comes out, and I already have PlayStation Now, so why not give that a shot?
Yeah, but
But I don't know about buying it because I want to, and I want it to be fun, and I want it to be great. but it's gonna have to be like a complete overhaul for me to
I say
tolerate.
don't give any money to Rockstar until they come out with GTA 6.
Yeah, if they watch, they're gonna come out with GTA 6, and then they'll throw this classic trilogy in for free.
Yeah.
You just wait.
Or if you bought the trilogy, it'll check and you can get this free car in GTA 6.
Yeah, probably. You get it.
That sounds a lot more likely.
You start with $1 million.
Yeah, or something dumb like that.
We got a free shark card.
Nice.
And then there's also news that popped out that there is free DLC coming to Resident Evil Village.
Oh, yeah?
Soon. They didn't say a specific date. It's supposed to be very soon, but the studio confirmed it during a financial presentation that it'll be getting free DLC.
All right. Are you going to play it?
I'll play it if it's more story DLC. I'm not going to play it if it's more of this goddamn mercenaries mode,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I still haven't gone back to and fucked with
Fair.
because I don't want to. But I should because it's my last trophy to get the num.
Sometimes
I
you
knew
just got to
were a
let the
coward
numb
and
go.
wouldn't numb it.
I know some
Fuck
like
people.
I want to let the num go, but Titanfall 2 still hurts. Like it still hurts thinking about it.
Do it now while you got the chance, because they may never come back again.
I know, and you know what? I'm like right now. I'm still up on the controls and the strategies and how the game flows. Like now would be the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I don't do it within the next couple weeks, it's
And then
gonna be tough to relearn everything.
Fair enough.
But then also the news came out that PAX South has been canceled.
They have
and
a
is
South?
Yeah.
Probably not coming back.
Huh.
It was the least attended one by a huge margin.
Where is
so-
it? Texas?
Usually.
Yeah,
And people don't want to go back to Texas either, so that's kind of...
Yeah.
They were saying that it started in 2015. That was the first year they had it. They expected it to grow, and it never really took off as it was intended. And then they also COVID happened, so we're canceling it.
That's fair.
I mean, it's a business decision. If it's not worth the money, they're not going to do it, sure. But don't sit there and be like, well, COVID did it when the numbers weren't exactly great anyway.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it went for 4 years before COVID even started.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess like PAX East is huge, and everyone goes like that was the thing too. PAX East used to be huge when that was the only one.
Yeah, the PAX West was always huge because it's in Seattle, and that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and that was perfect. PAX East and PAX West. If you can't make it to one, you go to the other one.
Yeah, you don't need a South. Was there a North?
I think there is a North.
It's in Canada, I think. I could be just making that up.
I am making that up. PAX?
I know they have like a PAX Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no PAX North, but there's the PAX Australia, PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia, and PAX Dev.
Oh, in Philadelphia. Is that just board games and shit?
That's a good question. Let's take a look. Let's click on this thing. Let's figure it out in real time.
This is riveting.
I'm sure
It's
is.
it's a tabletop gaming
Yeah.
focused event specifically tailored to lovers of board games, RPGs, miniatures, cards, and more.
Interesting.
So there you go. If board games are your thing, go to the Pennsylvania Convention Center December 10th through 12th, 2021.
Oh, but you have to be around Flyers and Eagles fans.
Yeah, it's not worth it in my opinion.
Oh, I would say no.
Then we got news about our favorite game we've ever talked about,
I don't know.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh,
Oh, shit. What's this news?
First of all, it came out December 2020, so it hasn't even been a year. It feels like it came out 17 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Back in January 2021, they knew they fucked up. They released a terrible, unfinished game. They said, hey, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox... Well, they didn't say hey. But they're like, the PlayStation, the Xbox Series X are coming in this summer, and there's going to be a whole bunch of updates, a whole bunch of free DLC. We're going to make this right. They have now pushed all of the DLC, including the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions, to 2022.
Yeah, well,
who'd be dumb enough to play that game?
No more patches in 2021. I think they just came out with one like a couple
I
weeks
don't
ago.
know. I'll just get more dust on my fucking shelf.
I don't think there's anything that could bring me back to that game.
Yeah, fair enough. You played it. It's over.
I think, I don't know, if they work out the bugs and make it work properly, I think it'd be a fine game. Like, it wouldn't blow anybody away, but it'd still be good. Like, good.
Mm.
Especially if you're into that cyberpunk aesthetic. It's good. But I did everything 5 times. Like, I don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, there was a couple really neat side missions that were really great, and then everything involving the main story was just,
Meh.
like, just,
Got it.
But there you go.
Good shit.
They're fucking it up even more.
Yeah, of course.
And last piece of news I got, this ties into our last episode of Spooky Season.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys remember, we talked about Saw, the video game.
Oh yeah, how
Oh,
could I
yeah.
forget?
During a Reddit Ask Me Anything with the Saw video game producers Mark Berg and Oren Cools,
Mm-hmm.
a fan asked, like, hey, like, are we going to get another one? And they said 100% it is happening.
Woo.
Oh my God, it's going to be virtual reality.
Oh, that would be
That
cool.
would
That would be cool, actually.
terrify some motherfucker.
Yeah.
Being in a Saw trap in virtual reality. I mean, because they probably have to like do something where they like shackle your feet and hands, and you got to figure out how to get out of it.
Yeah. That would be neat.
So yeah, they said 100% it's coming. They said Lionsgate came to them with like a bunch of ideas and pitches on how to do it. It's probably not coming anytime soon, but they said absolutely it's happening. Like it's on the table.
It's fair enough. We gave that outstanding numbers, if I remember correctly.
I don't know if we did. We gave it a 17 out of 81,
Yeah.
Which is
Which
probably
is-
about average.
which is, I don't think that's, yeah, it's the lowest score we gave in October, but it was pretty close. And, all right, that's all I got for video game news / stuff.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Bam, 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 bam. Woo.
Let's get into this shit.
Yeah, how about it? Let's get into the game.
All right.
We, of course, are talking about one of the greatest games in the history of all video games, where we ask the question, can war just be, like, totally hilarious? We are obviously talking about Battlefield Bad Company.
BFBC.
Bad company.
It was released June 23rd, 2008. The #1 song in the country. You guys are never going to get it, so I'll just tell you.
Oh, we sure?
You can. All right, go ahead, guess.
I won't.
I'm gonna guess Lumberjack by Jackal.
I was going to say Living on a Prayer.
Living on a Prayer.
Lumberjack.
2008, not 88. Those are fun guesses. Maybe that'll be the bit moving forward. You guys don't take us. But no, it is Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
Viva la vida.
God, nailed it like always.
It's about the PlayStation Vita. I remember that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's actually not the same Vita.
And now the #1 movie in the country. This I will give you a guess. June 23rd, 2008.
Iron Man.
Was that 2008?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even want to guess. I'll look.
I'll give you a hint. It's a Pixar movie.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
2008 Up.
Up.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Wall-E.
Wall-E is correct.
Really? That's from 2008?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Wall-E. Was that close?
I nailed it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was that the
Thank you.
soundboard?
And this day in history, on June 23rd, 1926, the College Board administers the first ever SAT exam in the United States.
Sexy.
Wow.
The first of many terrifying children into taking an exam that really doesn't mean all that much.
No. I fell asleep during
It's just a way to get money. I wish I would have thought of it.
I know. It was released for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, developed by DICE and published by Electronic Arts. It is a first-person shooter written by Frederick Agetoft. Agetoft. Aggetoft.
Agadoft.
Leave
Get
all that in.
Absolutely. So I picked it, and I picked it because, importantly, well, two reasons. One is once we're getting into November, it starts being shooter season, and usually the new
New
Battlefield
Duty.
and Call of Duty games are coming out.
Can I guess the second reason?
You absolutely can.
Because it uses the Frostbite engine.
You are 100% correct.
That's so lame.
It's the first game ever to use the Frostbite engine, which allows 90% of the environment to be destroyed,
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
including buildings. Oh, I have a whole read-up. Including buildings, vegetation, vehicles, other players, and the ground itself.
What is the 5% that can't be?
Usually like some building frames or like mission-critical things.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are the only things that can't. Like things if like you need to go find something in this building, you can't blow up the entire building. You can blow a fucking wall out of it. That's fun.
Hell yeah.
And then it also featured dynamic lighting to correlate with the changing environment.
Yeah, everyone knows that. It is the Frostbite engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
I picked it mostly because I played the fuck out of this game.
Yeah?
I played it a lot. This came out very soon after I got a PlayStation 3. Because that came out, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the PlayStation 3 came out fall or winter 06.
Sounds right.
So this would have been 2 years after it?
This would have been 2 years after, but I didn't get it one in 06. I got one sometime in like mid to late 07.
Sounds right.
Yeah, about right.
But that was early in the generation, so there were no great games.
What are you talking about? This game.
This was the first one I remember playing the shit out of.
Okay.
And the first time I had the noob tube, and I missed a dude, and it hit a wall behind him, and the entire wall blew up, and I could just walk in the house.
That's
I'm like,
pretty
this
cool.
game's awesome. Like,
That's Poppascotch porn right there.
absolutely. We've never seen anything like this. Like, we've seen games where you could blow up a wall, but it was like part of the mission.
Yeah, true.
Or you could blow up like shitty little fences. Like, you never saw anything where you could take down a goddamn building with C4. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But anyway, so the game is set in the indeterminable near future during the fictional Russo-American War between the U.S. and the Russian Federation. So we're not dealing with real countries. We don't want to offend anybody. Like, we need to sell this game to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be putting real... I guess Russia.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean, that's a big one.
they don't sell them in Russia.
I don't think you're fighting the Russians.
No, I don't think you fight a Russian at all. Maybe in the beginning, very beginning.
Yeah, maybe in the very beginning. I forget. But it takes place in the fictional country of Surdaristan.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah.
You're following a 4-man fire team of B Company. And the whole story, we get this. You're playing as the character Preston Marlowe, and you don't know exactly what you did. I don't think they explained what you did, but this is the reject pile where they basically send the soldiers on suicide missions because they don't give a shit about them at all.
Yeah, it's like you either take a dishonorable discharge or you finish out your shit in this squad.
Yeah, and they're like the tip of the spear. They're the first ones in. No one like high risk missions.
You throw them at the killbots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cannon fodder. That's what they call them.
Yeah, literally.
And you've got a 4-man team. You're Preston Marlowe. You don't know what you did. You also have Private Terrence Sweetwater, who is the chatty guy with the glasses. He accidentally uploaded a virus to the Army network, and as punishment, they dumped him here. And then you've got Private George Gordon Haggard, who blew up an ammo dump by accident.
Yeah, accident.
So these are like the people who maybe aren't 100% malicious, but they're definitely fuck-ups.
Yes.
They're like the Hogan's heroes of...
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Why is Sarge there? Because he wants to get out early or something, right?
Well, he must have done something to get there.
They didn't say he did anything, but they just said he was there because if he took this position, he could get out earlier.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, and he gets the classic, I retire in 3 days bullshit.
Yeah, they just should have Danny Glover do the part.
Yeah.
Too old for this shit.
You have a bunch of missions that are like tutorial stuff.
That was so annoying.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the game. But you see some Russian artillery positions. You turn those guns on advancing Russian armor. Knock out AA batteries with this thing called Project Impala. You fight a couple fucking tanks. You blow them up. And then you clear away for the U.S. Army's armor to take control of the city of Zabograd. Zabograd?
So
It's made up. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, right.
Zabograd.
Can't say it wrong.
Yeah. As they're going through, they're fighting these missions. They stumble upon a Legionnaire encampment.
And what are the Legionnaires, Poppascotch?
I'm glad you asked. They are a band of mercenaries who are led by a person named, get this, the Legionnaire.
What?
Yeah, believe it or not. He's some kind of ruthless, badass soldier guy with a bunch of, like, the world's biggest badass soldiers.
It's got a lot of gold, too, apparently.
Yeah, he said that's what Sweetwater said. He tells all of us that apparently the Legionnaires, besides being the deadliest army in the world, they're paid in solid gold bars.
Only way to get paid, if you ask me.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I get paid at work. I don't know about you.
Yeah, guys, for this podcast, since we're raking in so much money, I always have to go to like a mint and give them cash, and they'll give me a gold bar to pay Syintist.
Yeah, it's crazy that he's the only one that gets paid.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I'm the only one worth anything, I guess.
So far, I don't think I haven't sent him that much. I've sent him like 30 ounces of gold. That's
Yeah,
not
it's,
that much,
it's expensive to mail.
It costs more.
and then the insurance on it, you got to buy that.
Forget about it.
So they're like, oh, they're paid in gold bars. Well, let's just take a look at this dead soldier we got here. Let's see what maybe we find something. I don't know. And they find a solid gold bar.
Which is fucking ridiculous.
Sweet. Why is that ridiculous?
Why would the soldier carry around gold? You know how
He
heavy
just
that's
got
gotta be?
paid.
What is it, payday and Legionnaire?
Yes. He was out enjoying himself in the middle of nowhere in a war.
Yeah, in Kyrgyzstan. And
While I agree that that's ridiculous, and that is a good question because they come across like trucks of gold, and part of the mechanic of the game is finding suitcases filled with gold.
Yeah. They're everywhere.
yeah, and opening them fucking Pulp Fiction style.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Oh, it's great. And they play the
Yeah.
and I forget exactly what else it does in that moment, but I forget why you get gold for the game. I think it's for upgrades.
Yeah, I was going to say you buy some bullshit
Who are you paying?
cosmetic things. And
Like,
I don't know. I didn't play. You played the shit out of it. Why don't you tell us?
yeah. So what do you do with the fucking gold?
There's 30 locations that you get the gold, and it's a collectible, I guess. I don't think you use it to actually buy anything.
Oh, you don't get it in the multiplayer stuff?
No, I do remember, and it kind of happened in the video. You didn't see it, but you can unlock weapons to use by picking them up once.
Yeah, I saw that.
So there's like 7 or 8 hidden weapons that are like in shacks, like away from other people. But if you find it, then you can go to like your crate, and then you could create your loadout.
All right.
All right, so the gold serves no purpose. It's just to gather gold.
It's just a collectible.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure it's just a collectible.
You can put it in the crevice next week. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Oh, no. Okay, I just found it. You get nothing at all. It's just a collectible, probably a trophy.
All right, fair enough.
Did you platinum this?
Thanks for asking. No, because I remember there being a shitload of multiplayer trophies. Like asinine multiplayer trophies.
I was going to say, you said you played it a shitload, but...
To be fair, yes, I did play this a lot. I played a lot of this game, but I definitely played Battlefield Bad Company 2 a lot more.
Okay.
If you're from the future, go listen to our podcast on that, too.
Oh, we're gonna get to Battlefield Bad Company. I have a lot of opinions on that game. That one, I believe I did numb.
Nice.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I'll have to take a look later in the podcast. But moving on, they have a little funny moment where they're fighting over the gold bar, and they decide, after they're like, it's nobody's. The 4 of us found the guy. The 4 of us found the bar. We're just gonna split it 4 ways, and that's fucking that.
Fair enough.
So that's the agreement they came to. So they get picked back up by the army. They start getting transported to Zabograd. And they have, I like the little funny moment where they're like, yeah, we're going in before the special ops. And they're like, isn't this what special ops does? Isn't this their job?
That's what they do.
And the sergeant's like, they're too fucking expensive. Like, we're going in.
Yeah.
So I thought that was fun.
That was all right.
They continue on with the army. They fight more. They get into Zabograd. And they eventually back off. They let the army do the thing and take all the glory. They go to like another mission where they defend a tank till an engineer gets there, which is definitely a bingo board spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Defend something.
They get tasked with another mission to do a little bit of recon, and they see a bunch of Legionnaires evacuating the area at some kind of like harbor, I guess it is.
Nah, it's not the heart.
Some kind of port of some sort.
Oh, yeah, is this?
Yeah, a port. Okay.
All right.
And before they go in there and start securing the area, they see the Legionnaires with a bunch of trucks filled with gold take off.
Oh, shit.
And then they're like, well, they told us to secure the area, so maybe we should follow those trucks.
Yeah, I would.
That's what they said. It's a little ambitious.
It's a little I don't know how you're going to, end a war by following trucks worth of gold, but, here we are. So they continue to follow it, and then it actually ends up driving over the border into the bordering country of Sydaristan.
Well, that seems like something stupid to do.
Well, they're mercenaries.
That was the Legionnaires
Yeah.
running away, and Sidaristan's a neutral country in this conflict. They want nothing to do with it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Sarge, Redford, he's like, you guys withdraw, like we're done. And before he can say anything, Haggard starts running towards the border and the trucks.
Oh, fucking dude.
He's smart.
So he runs to it, and you're like, I guess we got to go. So you start invading a neutral country because of Haggard and his gold lust.
Yeah, we just kill a bunch of innocent people. Or do you kill legionnaires?
Oh, you kill legionnaires.
No.
It's
well,
not like civilians walk out, go to the bathroom, like, what's going on? And they're fucking dead.
fair enough.
Yeah, I'm looking at my trophies. There's a billion online ones, which I don't think you can even do anymore.
Yeah, because no one's playing.
Yeah, there's one for get 10,000 kills.
I could easily do that.
Yeah, against the
2 matches.
Against the computer, it's easy.
No, it's online.
Fun fact, this is a game I played before I started going for platinums because I didn't beat it on hard.
Maybe you couldn't.
Maybe not. Maybe I should fire it up again. I'm pretty sure I have it downstairs.
Nice.
I think you're too much of a coward to do it.
He doesn't have the time with his other chells and such.
Now, I know what you guys are doing. Right? But they fight through this town. They eventually find Haggard, but their mission coordinator, Mike 1 Juliet, who they call Mrs. July, which I think is pretty sexist.
Yeah, it is. But I think it's just coming from the mic.
It's just saying Mrs. J, yeah.
So she calls Redford. She tells him that you are going to be subject to a court-martial for Haggard's offense, which I was thinking, I don't think that's how that works.
Well, I mean, you did follow him in.
You went AWOL and into a peaceful
You kind of just didn't let him
neighboring
go.
country.
I guess so. They said, we're going to raise your service time at least for this. So he's like, well, we're here. So how about we go after the gold?
Yeah.
Which is not what you would expect from the Sarge. And then Preston and Haggard are like, you know what? Fuck it, it's gold. We're here. We're already in trouble.
Yeah. So let's go AWOL.
Let's go real
We can't get in trouble
AWOL,
for
man.
that.
And then Sweetwater's like, oh, God, all right, I guess I'm going. Because Sweetwater was the only one that's like, I don't think we should be doing any of this.
Yeah.
Which he's not normally the voice of reason in this game.
No, he is not. He's a wisecracking guy that won't shut up. So they head further inland. They get to a harbor. They find a ship that's loaded with gold, and that's when they're caught by the U.S. forces.
Oh, man.
They think they're in a lot of trouble.
Well, they kind of are.
Oh, they're like, you're officially AWOL.
Yeah, they're like, well, as far as the Army's concerned, you guys are all AWOL. And the Army then is no longer liable for what you do as AWOL soldiers?
That doesn't sound right, but okay.
Have
No,
you ever
it
been in
does
the
not.
Army?
Yeah.
Then how would you know?
He was in Desert Storm. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, and he was AWOL the whole time.
Shh. Syintist isn't his real name. Cool. So anyway, the Army says, you know what? If you go investigate Sidaristan, maybe we'll drop all these charges. So they start working again with the Army, and their orders are to capture the eccentric dictator of Sidaristan, Zavomir Serdar.
This seems a little drastic for the United States to gather intelligence this way.
Why not?
To
They're already
kidnap
in there.
the leader of the country
Yeah.
with people that are AWOL?
They're already in there.
Yeah, but we have, even in 2008, we had satellites.
Yeah, but they shot down antennas and stuff. So how are satellites going to work?
Two different technologies. But okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if you guys watched the same video I did. But they're like, they can see us. We got to take down these antennas.
in 2008, they had drones, so it's not like...
Yeah. Weak ones.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's just...
Yeah, let's move on. I don't think we're
There's a-
winning Chump Slap over
There's
the
a
logic
difference
on this
between
one.
radio antennas and satellite
I
communication.
don't know.
but-
I don't know if you got... Yeah, you guys... Did I watch the right video?
Probably
No,
not.
you're right. They destroyed radio antennas as part of their missions so that they couldn't communicate via radio, the other side.
Yeah, I
But
get
that has
it.
nothing to do with the fucking satellite. That's out in space.
Is it?
Yes, that's
I
how
know, they
work.
use it
That's the
later.
definition of satellite.
They use it later to find them. I know.
But you are correct. They did destroy radio antennas to stop radio communications.
hmm
We're both right.
Yeah, exactly.
Since they have to go in and take Zavomir Zerdar, they're like, hey, can we get some help? And the Army's like, nah, you're not there officially. So how can we help you if you're not even there?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we'll just keep talking to you the entire time.
Exactly. So they fly in, they go to, take down or find Serdar, and their helicopter, their Blackhawk, immediately gets shot down.
Boom.
Bingo spot.
Sedaristan shoots that shit down.
They end up on the edge of the property of the dictator's palace, and they have to go through a golf course
Which
in
is
order
pretty
to
fun.
get to him, which is a fun little battle. I remember that being fun because you didn't expect a golf course in this game.
Were people driving golf carts around?
I'm pretty sure you could get in a golf cart because that was like one of the selling points of Battlefield is getting in a vehicle and driving around. So the 4 you just jammed in a golf cart and went. Pretty sure.
That's cool.
And eventually you get to his office, and he's just like one of the biggest psycho moves I ever see, just teeing up golf balls on the carpet and slamming them off the wall.
Who does that in their own home?
This
That's
guy
a
who's
great
being
question.
held against his own will.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
why is that?
that's a great question. It's because the Legionnaires invaded his country because apparently he couldn't pay his bill to the Legionnaires. It's like the mob does protection kind of
Oh, yeah.
situation.
It's exactly the same thing.
I didn't think like a mercenary group would work on credit.
That's a good point. Especially a mercenary group that's loaded to the gills
Yeah.
with gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we'll let you have these guys for a month and come collect the bill later.
So you got to think then that was the scam the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe.
Like your bill's going to be $1 million. They're like, oh, that's no problem. We have $1 million. And then you go through, you're like, yeah, our quote was a little low. All this stuff had to happen. You owe us $85 billion.
That is
Like,
a
what?
little
We didn't
low.
agree to that. Now we're taking your country.
Man, that could have been the whole plan.
It's pretty scumbaggy of these mercenary leaders to do that.
What are you going to do?
It's very Trumpian tactic.
What are they going to do?
Who would have thought the mercenaries are scumbags?
Seriously. They work for gold to kill
I
whoever.
mean, just because they work for money doesn't make them scumbags. I mean, I work for money.
Untraceable money.
I wish.
They're not taxed, dude.
I wish.
We're going to gloss over the fact they murder other people for money. It's fine. It's fine.
It's
So,
a technicality of their job.
If I had to do it, I'd do it.
if I could do it, I could. Yeah. So, they have the guy now. They have the guy they came to get.
Mm-hmm.
And they call the army. They're like, can we get a ride? Can we get the fuck out of here? We got him. And they're like, about that, we're severing ties with you. So you need to find your own fucking ride home.
Yeah.
Because the army, like, this is blown up. They're going for deniability. So then that's where Serdar's like, I might have a way out.
Oh, yeah, he does.
And you hop in his golden helicopter as the Legionnaires try to shoot you down.
Oh, so genius. Golden helicopter?
Yeah, I'm sure that would fly well.
Why not? It's not real gold. Or else the Legionnaires would have fucking taken it, right?
And melted that shit down.
Yeah.
But I remember this being a pain in the ass because the helicopter controls in these Battlefield games was just notoriously terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's ever a good helicopter control.
No. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 dumbs it down to be so easy that it's like driving a car.
That's
But
true.
it's still like, it's hard to navigate like speed versus height and whatever. But this was really bad. It was like too real. Because one bumper was like the pedals and the other bumper was like the what's the word I'm looking for? Where it turns around, the rotor,
Rotation.
Yeah.
the rotation.
Rotation
It's just versus dragon rotation.
Yeah, I was
How many
gonna-
times do I have to say that in this podcast?
I know, you're right. You're always right. I was kind of just trying to tee you up there.
Yeah, yeah.
You got it though. You got it. So
All right.
they get through this whole section, they shoot down a bunch of shit, and then Serdar says, well, we can get to the Sidaristan's military nexus.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this helicopter that's used to destroy an oil refinery and a bunch of military hardware. So they get there and they have to shoot down the chopper, which is a black KA-52 helicopter. But during the battle, they get shot down.
Oh,
No.
get the hell out.
So we have another helicopter crash transition.
Nice.
Sweet.
But this time, you playing as Preston, you wake up alone.
Oh, did we do that yet?
Fucking losing all your weapons.
Yeah, losing your consciousness and waking up.
Yeah.
Yep. This is a way to like isolate you from the rest of the group, so you're on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You end up going through the mission. You destroy a communication hub, and this is where Mike 1 Juliet assists you in getting back to the monastery where the rest of the squad is.
Oh, thank God she's there.
Well, you think they're there. She doesn't know.
No, she doesn't. I don't think can she talk to them at
I don't
this
think
point?
so.
No, I think it's
No,
just
because then
talking to
she
you.
could just tell them all to meet
Yeah.
somewhere, right?
She's just like, there's a compound nearby.
This is where she uses satellites.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There you go. But they destroyed the antenna, so they couldn't use the satellites.
Well, they're in a different country now. They're in Russia, actually.
Yeah, you can't use radio antennas across borders.
Nope.
You guys, duh. Science 101.
We don't know anything about long-range communications. Eventually, you do meet up with the squad, but somewhere in the crash or whatever, Serdar got captured by the Legionnaires.
Hmm.
Last minute, squad saves him from an execution.
Oh,
They all-
God.
Get into a boat and they fuck off.
This part really annoyed me when you're just standing there and you see a video monitor and it's the captor and Serdar. He's like just dropping all his information. He like turns around, looks at the camera. He's like, "Is this thing on?"
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I remember that part.
Oh, it was so dumb.
Yeah, he's played as like the big goof. This is not like a very serious war game at all.
Yeah, obviously.
And you can tell in the next part because all Serdar wanted at this point, he's like, look, the it's up. Like, I know I'm done. I'll just go in exile and live on an island.
Mhm.
So that's exactly what they do. They leave him on a small, isolated island. And by small, we mean like
Tiny.
the size of one floor of a ranch house
Yeah.
Yeah,
with a shack on it.
A little storm, he's dead.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then we just leave. You just leave his ass there. And
He seems happy.
yeah, I mean, he's not dead.
Yeah, what else could he? Fuck it.
So then you head to Cadiz, which is somewhere in the Caspian Sea. And then on the beach, you see the ship that you saw earlier in Serdaristan, which is loaded with all the gold.
I have a thing here in my notes where it's just at this point I was like, really, do you need to throw red smoke on the ground and team up with the 4 people who are
Every
always
time.
around you?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a real good one.
Like, just give away your location. Oh, it's genius.
And then they get through the resistance, and then they find out that the army is mounting an offensive.
Oh no.
Which is weird.
Why? They're in Russia now.
They're in that, whatever Cadiz is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they're out of Serdaristan, the country that was neutral. So basically, they're worried because they're going for the gold. And they're
Mhm.
worried the army's going to find it and take it.
Hmm. As they do.
As they would. So they make a deal with Mike 1 Juliet. And they're like, give us some support, and maybe we'll get you some of that gold. She's like, you better fucking remember me when you get this whole big gold depot.
Which
Yeah.
is weird because you think the army would be recording stuff like this.
You would think that, or like someone would be around her. Like it'd be a communications den or something.
Yeah, right. It's like she just has her private cell phone communicator.
And then the fun part starts because bad company's like, look, we're not going to kill U.S. Army troops. That's insane.
No.
But we can blow up a couple bridges and slow them down a little bit.
Just to slow them down. It's not treason if they're slowed down.
I'm pretty sure that slowing down the army is still treason, right?
Yeah.
Not in this reality.
Not in this reality. That's what we'll go with. So they blow up the villages. They blow up the bridges. And then finally, as they keep progressing, they reach a gold-filled garage, which is exactly when they get attacked by the Legionnaire leader in that stupid KA-52 helicopter that was the
Oh,
helicopter
yeah.
that took them down earlier. Apparently, this guy perpetually flies in the helicopter.
What a wuss.
But so this is the big bad boss fight. Preston shoots it down, which is you, with like a rocket launcher. And then the Legionnaires and the squad return back to the gold. But they're a little bit late because they find the U.S. Army loading it into supply trucks.
Ah, son of a bitch.
So they're like, fuck, we just got beat, didn't we? All right, fine.
We got to get the hell out of here before the army sees us because we're in deep shit.
And then immediately a commanding officer spots them. And Sweetwater is like, bleh, and Preston goes, oh, see, sir, yeah, here, we just got assigned. We're here to help any way we can. And he's like, get in that fucking truck and follow the convoy. You're like, that big, huge truck filled with gold?
No,
It's like,
he's like, it's filled with scrap metal. That's what the
Yeah.
oh,
commanding
that's right. It's like,
officer
no,
says.
it's filled with scrap metal.
It made me think of Die Hard with a Vengeance when they blow up the big fucking tanker.
Oh, yeah, and they just find this crates with scrap metal in it.
Yeah.
They're dragging the lake trying to find the gold. No, they're not going to find it there. I have that movie committed to memory.
Oh, yeah. It's classic.
So then this was a fun moment where all of Bad Company just salutes him and goes, "Sir, yes, sir."
Yeah.
So they hop on the truck. They're driving down the road. This is like the final voiceover. And then at some point, they just they take a little right when everybody else is going straight.
It's fucking
Nobody notices.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one notices and no one has any, like, where are they going? They're in a hostile war zone.
Yeah, and they're AWOL, and it doesn't matter who catches them. They're in shit.
I mean, maybe their thinking could be we could bribe people with gold till we get out of here. But
Exactly.
eventually they're just going to find someone who's like,
Take
hey,
all
we'll
their
give
gold.
we'll give you a barcode if you let us through. How about we take all the gold
Yeah, exactly.
and kill you? But as they're leaving, they drive past the KA-52 crash site, and then the Legionnaire rises from the burning wreckage, seemingly unhurt.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's the
and
Legionnaire.
super pissed off.
Whoa. I wonder if they're going to make a sequel.
They did. they absolutely did, yes.
Spoiler alert.
Obviously.
Which we'll get to at some point. Because it's sexy. No.
All right.
But that's it. That's the game. We did it. We got through it. Boy, I talked a lot. So let's get some final
right.
thoughts from someone who isn't me. And we're going to start with, let's face it, the real star of the show, the person everybody comes here for, Dr. Syintist.
Oh, yeah?
The one who gets paid.
Yeah.
In gold bars.
That's true.
So yeah, you're damn right you're going first.
Oh, yeah? What am I
So
supposed
Dr.
to do?
Syintist, I think we have questions for you. Let's did the video make you want to play this game now? Did the story work for you, or did it furrow your brow? What score you think you'd jump off the plow?
Cow.
Cowtown. Cowplow?
Cowplow Town.
The Cowplow Town.
Would I play it? No. For many reasons that have been stated
It's a shooter.
couple dozen times in this podcast.
Yes, shooters aren't your bag either, so.
Gives him a headache.
Did the story work for me?
Yes.
I mean, it's basically like every other one we do, one group that does everything, which seems
Well,
ridiculous for a misfit group.
Usually it's one person that does everything.
Well, it's your whole thing, but this is like a group of misfits, and they're like having to do recon and blow up things and do it's just unbelievable.
They're taking on like one of the world's
Yeah.
worst armies to fight. Yeah, makes sense.
And the whole idea of the entire game really is ridiculous. But I mean, at least they tried something different than other ones.
Yeah.
Because the other ones, you're like a super elite group. This one, you're just kind of the ragtag losers, even though you end up doing the same exact thing as the other ones do. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's the bad guy in this? Just Legionnaire? Is he really the antagonist of the whole thing? Or is it?
And the Russians, really.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's only there because you want gold. So it's not like he's coming after you. Although I assume in the next one he does of some sort because you stole his gold.
Mm-hmm. It's like Leprechaun.
Yeah. Sure.
Leprechaun, yeah. Leprechaun motivations in this game.
What did I score it?
That's the real question.
I think it's better than other games we do like this, but that doesn't mean it's good. So I'll give it a... Am I feeling generous today?
Are you ever?
No. I'll give it 3 stars.
It's better than other games like this. I gave it 3 stars.
Hey, that's that's
Stars.
50% more than I give most of the games like this.
My God.
But I don't know. It's just so ridiculous and not even entertaining. It seems just tacked on to a shooter game, which is basically what all these are.
But it was like you could blow up houses. But
Oh,
that
yeah?
has nothing to do with the story. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing wowed me. Nothing made me even stay awake. So
All right.
that's what it deserves 3 stars. And that's great for a shooter in my book.
Man, 3
You-
stars, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the story. It's his shooter hate. I don't get it.
No, it's because the stories are always the same.
We'll see.
Well, maybe Chump Slap, maybe you could bring this out of the gutter a little bit.
Maybe.
Because I have to ask you, do you think you enjoyed this game enough to watch this shit?
You just keep talking.
Play this shit? Did the story
work for me? Is that what you're saying?
Hit? What score would you give it?
Oh, thanks for asking. I probably wouldn't play it as it's a PS3 game, and we're so far ahead of that now.
Of course.
I'd play a new one. Just because, I don't know, they could probably make it funnier. Because there were a lot of jokes that did not hit.
I was going to say it was supposed to be funny.
Yes, obviously. Well, maybe not funny, but light and airy.
Yeah, because that's what it definitely treats war that way.
Yeah.
Like when the stupid assholes are playing golf in the background while there's sergeants talking on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're always doing rock,
song.
paper, scissors and shit, too. I thought that was funny. That was like the only thing that I was like, all right, I like that. But I wouldn't play it. Did the story work for me? As far as it's a story about these jerk-offs trying to get gold, I thought it worked all right. I didn't like the whole thing that these four guys are greater than one of the best armies on the planet.
Yeah, not one of them got hurt.
Yeah.
Not even a scratch.
Did the med thing just refill after time?
No, you had to inject yourself.
Yeah, but did you find, or did the injector refill after a certain period?
I'm pretty sure it did, yes.
Yeah, because the video I saw, the guy was using it a lot. But that's not the story. Yeah, I'd say it worked. It's just, I mean, it's far-fetched and it's silly, but that's what I like about it.
Okay.
But for a score, let's see. It is like a lot of war games we played before or seen before. Until it got to the whole gold thing, I was like, oh my God, this is so fucking boring. So, just because it did that, and it is a shooter, and I'm a fan. That has nothing to do with this score, but
Yeah.
I just want to put it out
Now
there.
you're just rambling.
Yeah, I am.
Sure.
Let's get to the score. I gave it a 7.
All right.
Okay.
Big ol' 7. Yeah, it's not a terrible score. It's pretty average for one of these. So
how about you, Poppascotch?
oh yeah, Scotchy. Would you? Oh, hold on.
No. Okay. You sure?
Maybe.
I'll just go. Poppascotch, would you play it? Would you score it? Did the story work for you?
That's no fun. But yeah, okay. Would I play it? I mean, I think if I did play it again, it would be for the nostalgia factor, and then I'd be like, okay, this was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of those situations, like
Yeah.
play it for a half hour, be like, all right, fine. But would I sit through and play it again and beat it on hard just to, make you guys shut up?
Maybe.
Probably not. Probably not. But did the story work for me? I liked it because all the shooters at that time were very serious affairs of you being a one-man army, and this had some levity and some funny moments, and you just followed these ragtag group of idiots the entire way. So at least it had some character. The fact that all the places could blow up was really cool, but that doesn't really have anything to do with the story. So the story worked for me. I think it was dumb. It was simple. It was fun, but it didn't blow me out of the water.
But it still worked, right?
But it worked. It worked. It was fun. It was something different to all the other shooters that were already out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's as if they all copied each other until Battlefield Bad Company said, "How about we just make it a little funny?"
Yeah, right.
So
He said make it funny.
no, he didn't. So for a score, I'm gonna give it a 9. I think, and I'm basing that on as a historic score compared to what came out around that time.
That's a lot more than I base it on.
I don't think if it came out today, I'd be giving it a 9.
But the story would be exactly the same.
Yeah, but it.
Yeah, but
No, I'm not going to question your
you'd
method.
expect
You do
more.
your method.
You'd expect more.
We each have
now.
our own, and it adds up to perfectly scored right.
Exactly.
You're right.
You're right. Like my inconsistencies or things I do wrong, you guys pick up the slack. You know. So
Fair
I'm gonna give it a
enough.
9. I feel good about a 9. I mean, guys, that's out of 21. That's not even. That's a 38% or whatever.
You use
That's
the
not great.
calculator on your phone, didn't you?
It's out of 27.
No, I just guessed.
Oh,
Right.
it's out of 27 stars.
I was gonna say.
Oh Jesus!
It's exactly 1/3, actually.
It's exactly a third. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about
Okay.
right.
So what was that total?
19. It's 2 more
That
than
gives us a
Saw.
total score of 19. Yeah. It is 2
It is
more
definitely
than
better
Saw.
than Saw, now that I think about it.
It's 1 better than The Complex,
Really?
Yes, definitely.
and 4 better than The Division.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Division was what we're talking about with all the same shit, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, at least you could say Battlefield Bad Company came out in 08. What's The Division's excuse? That came out a decade later,
Exactly.
and they're still doing the same shit.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it.
There we go. No one has anything else to say. We can go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week.
Let's do it.
Which one's that?
I'm glad you asked because that is Dr. Syintist classic wrestling finisher lock of the week.
It's the lock of the week. That means it's Scientist. What does he got for us? Is it a...
Don't hit that guy. I don't know.
I like the way that went together.
Yeah, it works.
So every week, we ask Dr. Scientist for a 100% guaranteed amazing wrestling finisher, and he has never let us down ever, and I don't think he even could. I don't think it's possible
No.
for him to let us
The
down.
bar's so low.
This week, Dr. Scientist, what do you got for us?
Well, I got another tag team movie you can use with your buddy in a bar fight.
Nice.
Sweet.
It's a finisher move from the tag team called the Rockers from the 90s, early 90s,
Oh, yeah.
with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Marty Jannetty. Great name.
And their move is the Rockerplex, which is Marty Jannetty would climb on the corner rope, like stand on the corner, and Shawn Michaels would suplex somebody, and then when he had him like above his head, Marty Jannetty would jump off the top rope and crossbody him, and he'd land on top of him and then try and pin him.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun one.
It'd definitely be fun to do in a bar fight with your buddy.
Yeah, it would. All I need is a
Well-
buddy.
Sorry, what was it? One more time?
The move? The Rockerplex.
Rockerplex. One word.
Yes.
Is it one word?
The
Yeah.
hyphen.
The Rockers Rocker. Okay, it's 9 seconds. Let's check this out. What we got? All right. You got your buddy. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
It would definitely hurt everybody.
Dude, if I saw that in a bar, I'd lose my fucking
I know. Like,
mind.
wouldn't you? Somebody would cheer. Definitely.
I'd be like, oh, my God. I mean, my first it would be shock. Then the second thing
You'd
I
be
would
like, why is
think
that guy standing on the pool table?
Yeah, I'd be like, that guy's clearly dead.
I'd
Like,
go
that
over
man
there.
is dead.
I'd give the 3 count.
I mean, you do it in a wrestling mat, they're fine. But you do it in a bar, there's glass everywhere,
Yeah,
I would assume this. I also assume in this scenario, this would end the bar fight. So
Fair.
there's probably broken chairs and shit everywhere and dead bodies on the ground.
there'd definitely be someone passed out on the sticky floor.
Where's his
Oh, for
teammate,
sure.
though?
I didn't say it wasn't 2-on-2.
I just assumed it would be
Yeah,
a fair
I-
fight.
It's a bar fight.
Yeah, they're not fair.
Fair enough.
So there you go. The Rockerplex. So let's move into everyone's favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Would you rather?
Would I? What?
Huh?
What? Every week, we ask Chump Slap a Would You Rather, and I got 2, count them, 2 bangers for you this week.
He's jamming them in at the end of the year.
Yeah, I am. I have a whole list, and I'm getting through it, goddammit. I feel like these are 2 very, very easy ones. I'm excited to give them to you because usually those are the ones where you have to think a lot.
Yeah, it's strange.
And the ones that I think are going to be difficult, you nail in 2 seconds. So I'll give you the second one first. Now, for this one, the only setup I have for you is you are you right now.
Hold on.
Yeah, the second one first.
How would I know it's the second one?
Yeah, I know.
Because it's on the list. It's on my list second.
The order is not assumed ahead of time.
You're getting hung up on all the wrong
Sounds
All right.
funny. All right, go ahead.
In this scenario, you're you. You know exactly what you know right now. This is going to be a magical thing that teleports you into one of these 2 positions.
Okay.
So, would you rather suddenly be elected a senator or suddenly become the CEO of a major company? Knowing exactly what you know right now.
I would obviously take the major company. CEOs don't do anything, right?
No.
Yeah.
They just make money and then get in trouble for doing illegal shit and then get more money.
Yeah. I think if I was a senator, I'd be so annoyed just sitting through those fucking meetings, and just at least half the people there would piss me off.
I can't imagine. I mean, there are definitely senators who work their ass off, but I can't imagine that. Like, they have a staff. Like, you think they're reading or making any of those bills? They're just like,
No.
fucking figure it
Yeah,
out.
true. But I wouldn't even want... No, it's too much. People would know who I was. They'd see my face. And there'd be somebody... There'd be so much mean stuff on the internet.
Oh, that fucking matters.
And if you were the CEO of a major company, we've got to take the logical position that this is a public company, and your salary would be posted
Yeah, that's
for
fine.
FCC purposes.
Well, what does that matter?
Yeah, post whatever you want. I could still not have to be seen in public.
All right.
Because I'd have so much money if it's a major company.
There you go.
Right on.
All right. You'd be the CEO. Great. Now we got a really tough one for you, which, I don't know. I think there's an easy answer here. But, Chump Slap.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather be the ugliest person in the world or smell the worst?
God damn it. I pride myself on not stinking.
Well, you certainly fail at that.
I mean, smell-wise.
Oh, okay.
See, the way I approach this mentally is that if you're the ugliest person in the world and like you're world famous for being a mad uggo,
Yeah, but
you're gonna get so many chicks.
does everybody know you're the ugliest, or are you just the ugliest?
But is it just I am literally the ugliest person? Like, people look at me and want to puke. Babies cry when they lay their eyes
Well, I
on
mean,
me.
think of the ugliest person you know, and you're uglier than that.
Are we talking like weird deformities and stuff? Or is that just...
Let's say in this fun world, everyone thinks you're the ugliest person that ever existed in the entire history of the world, but in your mind, you look exactly the same.
So nothing changes.
Nothing changes. Everyone's just like, man, what nuggo. Let's get him on fucking Ellen.
Well, then I take that.
I don't know what shows people are watching.
Yeah, I take that over the stink. Because no one's going to tell you stink.
Yeah, and what's the uggo part going to really do for you?
Like, yeah, who cares? I'm not out there fucking pounding puss anyway, so.
And you can always pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're that ugly. You can't even pay for it.
Hookers turn you down.
That's still better than stinking so bad.
Yeah, because stinking people would know you were there before you.
Like, even right after I showered,
think
I
of the
stink.
smelliest person you know, and you smell worse than that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I've been to Walmart around Lehighton.
Did you say I'm the stinkiest person?
You smell the worst.
Yeah, no way. I'll take the ugliness any day.
I think either way, your hang low is going to get some attention. Like, I don't think there's a loser here.
What?
Possibly.
Is that you want to work that in?
My hang low is it's getting worked by myself either way.
There you go. Well, let's say some people had a lot of questions or they had fan theories about what hang low meant. Where could they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Send it to plottytime@gmail.com and I will set you on the right path to never use hang low again.
Thank God.
And I don't know, say they wanted to get to us faster on the socials with all our profiles and all our billion websites. How would they do that, Dr. Syintist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, and Hang Low.
Hang low. I don't know. Order delivery. That does it for us. So get out. Well, I guess you should go to our YouTube. Like and subscribe over there. It really helps us out. Like and subscribe anywhere, right?
Like, subscribe, rate,
Yeah,
review.
Do what you got to do.
Help us out a little bit.
Tell your friends. Go to plottytime.com. Buy some shit. We always love sending that out. That's always fun.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, get out there, play some video games, don't trust Dr. Syintist, and we'll talk to you next time.
Don't be an uggo. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Stink nuts.